Back in Season 1 of this franchise, we played some of our most intense games of the series against the Atlanta Falcons as we fought for the division title and then our only playoff game of the series. We meet them again today with the Falcons becoming one of the hottest teams in football with a 6-2 record, winning their last 4 games. We're trying to get our way back up into first place, and right now, we're actually in 4th with a 4-4 record. It seems like the South might be an actual strong division this year, and we're going to play some key division games here in the second half of the season. With Atlanta, you know you're going to see a lot of really good offensive talent that surrounds quarterback Desmond Ridder, who's had great games against us and some bad games. But the Falcons are not at full strength, as Bijan Robinson is going to miss this week's game. There's still a plethora of receiving talent, with Keenan Allen joining Kyle Pitts and Drake London, and Pitts has historically had great games against us. Defensively, they rank really well without adding premium talent, but they're strong against the run, and they've done really well in this winning streak of just not giving up many points. We happen to be coming off a bad loss against the Miami Dolphins last week, where we just didn't do enough things right. Turnovers were an issue, and we've got to get things back on track, again against one of the best teams right now in the NFL. We're going to have to do so without Jacoby Pearman, who got hurt very early in last week's game, and he's going to miss our next 3 weeks as well. I really felt like our defense was improving until last week when we couldn't get stops and make plays against Miami. If they aren't better, we're not going to win this division, and we're not going to compete with a team like Atlanta. This has been a very inconsistent unit, but when things come together and the pass rushers complement the secondary, we can certainly be a good defense. But who's going to show up here today? It's a pivotal game. If we lose, we're under 500, still in last place, and that would be very difficult to come back from. Welcome to Week 9, everybody. We're underway in Atlanta. George Levin's taking this out of the end zone, replacing Jacoby Pearman, but he doesn't have that same explosiveness. And the offense will start at their own 20. Trey Lance threw a few interceptions last week, and we did make the game close, but there were a lot of plays left on the field offensively in that game as well. Coming out in the eye and starting with a run, here's Alvin Kamara, and a 6-yard start off the right side. Now they motion Blackwell left on second down, and a good tackle on Kamara by Alex Singleton. Good blocks by Kevin Blackwell on both of these plays. 3rd and 3. Lance from the pocket, overthrowing Chris Olave, and that'll be a 3-and-out for the Saints. Here comes the defense, and we're hoping they can bring their A game and bounce back from the Miami meltdown. 1st and 10 with Alexander Madison replacing Bijan Robinson. And quick pressure! They got to Ridder on the first play. And it's James Houston, who's had a phenomenal year. Passes out quickly and right through the hands of the receiver. And it's already a 3rd and 16 for the Falcons. Pressure from Redmond. Ridder gets away from it. And he's got to make a choice and plays it safe. Back-to-back 3-and-outs is how we open. Jabril Peppers handling punt returns with Pearman out. Awaits at the 27. Straight ahead and brought down with a good run back to the 40. And here is Trey Lance in the offense for their second drive. Play fake and rolling right. Dumped off to Josh Oliver. Short gain. 2 tight ends on the right side. They go straight ahead. It's Kamara. Push back away from the first down marker. It's 3rd down. 3 receivers. Osborne in the game. Lance throws short, and it's dropped by A.T. Perry. And it looks like guard Luke Rowe is also shaken up on the play. Nothing but 3-and-outs to start this game. Ridder off the hands of Laviska Shenault. Offense pretty sloppy across the board here to start. Third down, pressure on Ritter, gets it away, and it's caught. First down, Kyle Pitts. And the game's first down brings the Falcons to the 47. Staying in the gun, passes out, and it's intercepted. Headed back the other way with a path. Paulson, Debo, touchdown, Saints. A pick six to score the first points. For the Saints, it's only their fourth interception of the year, as Ritter thought he had just one-on-one, but Debo was right in that window as well. His second interception of the year, and a big play for this defense who really needed to find a way to make some of those. 7-0, and right back to the Atlanta offense. An open look and a first down caught by Laviska Shenault. But Desmond Ritter only 3 of 8, a very pass-heavy attack. Pressured again, and he's sacked again! James Houston really coming to play in this game. Already 2 big impact plays from him. You have the pick six as well. Looks like a totally different defense this week. A long third down again for Ritter. Now he's hit down by Paul Redmond, the rookie, who's also put together a really great year. 7-0 Saints ball. They toss left. Kamara looking for room, doesn't find much. Last week was the first where he's really been contained on the ground. Not a bad start here for Atlanta. Now on third down, diving grab Kevin Blackwell. This rookie tight end has made a huge impact to this offense. Hand off Kamara, and stopped again by Singleton. Last week, Miami forced Lance to make a lot of plays. Atlanta doing the same thing here. 3rd and 6. Caught wide open, A.T. Perry. First down at the Falcon 39. Perry getting more snaps without Jacoby Pearman. Play fake now for Lance, and he hooks up with Chris Olave. Great pocket, wide open throw, and the Saints in the red zone for the first time. Pitch left, Kendre Miller now, up to around the 10. Good pickup of 6. 2 tight ends now to the right. Miller bouncing off tackle and can't find much. Another third down. Playbook could be wide open here for the New Orleans offense. They go play action to his left, throwing it very late, and it's caught. Blackwell at the 2, it's goal to go. Trying to cap this drive off. Blackwell in motion. And perfectly blocked for Kamara. Touchdown, New Orleans. What a beautiful run that was. They move everybody to the right except for tight end Kevin Blackwell, who helps clear the path. And the Saints are in great position here in the first half. A defensive score, a strong offensive drive, and the Falcons trying to regroup. Win streak on the line here. They've won 4 in a row. Time for Ritter, and wide open! It's caught by Alexander Madison. Surprised to see him wide open downfield, but poor coverage here out of JOK, who took a bad angle, and Madison flew right by him. So already at the Saints 31. Up the middle, and room for Madison again. Inside the 15. Just a couple plays to get inside the red zone. Falcons threatening. Ritter has time. To his right, he completes to Kyle Pitts. Stopped at the 4. 3rd and short. Without Bijan Robinson. They look to throw, and it's caught for the score. Joel Barty, the tight end. The exact answer Atlanta needed. Move fast down the field. Show you have that explosive ability. And it's now a 7-point game again. Saints ball. Kind of a slow start on the ground. Lance heading to the air, and heavy pressure in his face. That was nearly a fumble, as they got right through guard Cesar Ruiz there right off the snap. Brings up 3rd down. Got to head to the air here. Downfield, Lance, incomplete for KJ Osborne, with Jesse Bates providing good coverage. That play could have been made. Atlanta trying to steal this momentum and perhaps tie things up now. Short field down 7. 4-man rush, and it's Pitts getting some open field and taken down near the mark. Looking at third and short for Atlanta. Madison up the middle and gets a good second effort. First down. At the New Orleans 41, they pitch it out to Madison, and he's chased down by James Houston. Big loss on the play. Falcons got to go 13 here. They set up a screen. Madison chased down after about 10 yards. And they're right on the edge of field goal range with a great kicker in Younghoe Koo. 53-yard try. And just to the right, it's no good. If that were a little bit shorter, he probably keeps that inside the upright. Saints ball and swung out Kamara across midfield, close to a first. They make a change at running back. That's John Waters. He gets the call and pounds up the middle for a first down. Usually we see these power run looks. Now they open things up empty. Lance with time delivers to Kevin Blackwell. First down. Suddenly opening things up offensively, and Lance looks to throw again. Up top, Olave. Incomplete. It was good coverage. Now they bring Kamara back into the backfield. 2nd and 10. Incomplete for Olave, and Bates covering again. Lance now 7 of 14 in the air. Here on the edge of field goal range, an unblocked defender, and he's taken down. Lorenzo Carter. Miscommunication along the offensive line, and they'll have to bring out the field goal team. Not going to be easy here. 56. Roof is open. Groupie got it! From 56 yards, the Saints take a 10-point lead just ahead of halftime. This was the performance they needed to show here early on. Quickly establish your defense is going to make plays. They did that from their first snap. And is it just me, or do we keep playing here on Thursday nights? Is this just like our day of the week suddenly? I don't get it. It's like our third Thursday game of the year. Anyway, I'm happy with our play so far. We're making corrections off of last week, and sometimes it's easier coming off a bad game to know exactly what not to do. But also, credit to this defense who's just come to play. Second half underway. We got Ritter back to pass. Wants Allen. He made the catch. Now he's getting away inside the 20. What a start to the third quarter. One play and a 75-yard touchdown to Keenan Allen. He had Tommy Tomlinson all over him, and he just couldn't bring him down. Wanted the interception, tried to drag him down as a last-ditch effort, and the Falcons score. Just like that. You can't relax in games like this. 3-point game, Kamara, right side. Nice job by A.T. Perry. Gain of 7. Third down for the Saints. They look to the air. Dumped off. Falling ahead is Kamara. He gets the first down. Shotgun on 1st and 10. And they'll throw it to Kamara on the screen now. Out across the 40. 7 more. Definitely opening the offense up a bit more. And Lance wants to keep it. Chased outside and cannot outrun the pursuit. No gain on the play. That was Drew Tranquil. It brings up third down. And the Saints are going to burn their first time out of the second half. They didn't like the look, apparently. So what have they dialed up this time? Lance swings it left. Kamara again for the first down. He's converted twice the same way on this drive. Play action and rolling right. Lance overthrows Perry. Definitely a difficult play to make there, but it was open. Now third down. 4 on the rush. Heavy pressure coming. They get to Lance again. Lorenzo Carter. He was blocked this time and still made the play. After a couple promising conversions, right back to the Atlanta offense. And it's Madison, taken down by former Viking teammate Eric Kendricks. Back to throw and resetting in time to find Drake London. Haven't seen too much of him in this game. Falcons face a good third down, and Houston unblocked brings down Madison. What a game he's had. 2 sacks, 2 other TFLs, only making plays in the backfield. Saints ball, and Kamara bending left gets 8. 3 yards a rush for Kamara. They fake to him on second down. Lance fires too far for Chris Olave. That's one you cannot miss. You have a clean pocket. He's that wide open. Can't miss it. But on third down, Kamara again for the first. And he jukes out Bates. All he's doing here in the second half is converting third downs. He gets a rest. And they pitch it out now. This is Kendre Miller down the sideline. This is a really fun team to watch run these tosses on the edge. Fake to Miller. Lance rolling left. He fires, and it's dangerously incomplete for Blackwell. Brings up a third down, showing pressure. Only 4. Rush Lance, who steps up and is hit down by Grady Jarrett. And that'll bring on Blake Groupie. Looking for a 6-point advantage. And that's what they get here late third quarter. Out of the eye for Atlanta. Had the big play to open the half, not much else. Madison takes it left, and great tackle by Tommy Tomlinson. They're showing pressure on third down and drop 7. Time in the pocket. Now running out, and Ritter throws it away right as James Houston was looking for his 3rd sack. And we have reached the end of the third. Saints looking to end the league's hottest win streak. They lead by 6, and this is a wildcat start to the drive. Kamara, the quarterback, he keeps and runs left. It's a gain of 5. And now Trey Lance coming back out to the field. Out of the eye on second down. Play fake. Lance under pressure. Has a man open. And it's caught! Kevin Blackwell along the sideline. And a big first down for the Saints. Another play action. Time for Lance. He'll do it himself. Running for the 1st and more, and diving at the 16. Was kind of surprised to see him all alone like that. Now they got Kamara running outside with room. He spins away from Bates and is taken down at the 2. With Cesar Ruiz shaken up on this play, he will exit. And it's goal to go. Handoff, Kamara, he's got the outside. Touchdown, New Orleans. Extending to a 2-score lead here in the 4th. And they will go for 2. We've seen this look before. Lance is back to pass. And wide open is Kevin Blackwell, with everybody thinking he'd run QB power. 28-14. Can the Saints defense finish the job? Desmond Ritter. Time to throw. Too far for Keenan Allen this time. Been an up and down day for Ritter. Has to come through here late. He has time again. Catch by Allen close to the mark. They bring in their fullback on third down, and it's Madison who converts. He's up to 44 yards rushing. Haven't really tried to establish that, and it's too late now. That's caught by Chenault with Lattimore in tight coverage. They're in Saints territory. Pressure by McNeil, and Ritter! Is that a fumble? No, they say incomplete. One Beard nearly had him. Pressure on second down, and Ritter overthrows Pitts. And that's just a pass he cannot afford to miss at all. Brings up third down. They bring 5. Ritter rolling into it. And that mistake is just on him. He could have stayed in the pocket, but he's just not been comfortable throwing the ball today. And the Saints take over. Little surprised they punted it willingly, and it's John Waters to the right for 6. And they've done a pretty good job against this number 1 run defense, but they've had to stick with it to make it work. 3rd down and caught by Olave. And would you believe me if I said that was only his 2nd catch? We're in this position without much Chris Olave. But a lot of this guy, Alvin Kamara, doing a great job in the second half especially. 3rd and 1, spinning off contact. 1st down, Alvin Kamara. So many conversions in this half. That's why he's still this team's leading running back. Now Kendre Miller pushing the pile. I still think that there's a lot of untapped potential with him. Fake on 2nd down, lands. Awkwardly throwing incomplete. Has not been a very consistent day through the air. 3rd down, and Miller redirects, losing yards in the process. And they've run this inside 4 minutes. 58-yard try now. Long range for Blake Groupie. And he got it! The Saints extend to a 3-score lead, and this one is nearly over. What a performance on the road, as the Saints have played about as well as we could have hoped. Dumped off. Madison kicks it in the air. Incomplete, with a holding call here going against the Falcons. 1st and 20. Ritter throws left. Incomplete, with Tony Adams defending. Outside of one play, they have not done much in this half at all. Ritter leaves the pocket. Eyes downfield, just throws it away. He's played extremely rattled throughout this game, and they sacked him on his first drop back. There's Houston again. Ritter incomplete, landing in front of Chenault, and this one's about over. A great bounce back for the Saint defense, and while there were certainly a lot of plays left on the field offensively, not mad at this performance. They're about to knock off the first place 6-2 Falcons as the standings in the South tighten up with all 4 teams firmly in the mix. Great win in Week 9, one of our biggest of the year. We've scored dominant wins against the 49ers and the Falcons, 2 teams that have been high in the standings. We knew we had to bring our A game against, and we've done that now in the 2 biggest games of the year. I wasn't sure what to expect from the defense today, but James Houston really took over, and the play of our pass rush allowed us to blitz a lot less than normal. And when you have as much receiving talent as the Falcons have, doesn't hurt to have more guys in coverage. Of course, it could be a very different game when we meet again, assuming that Bijan Robinson is healthy. I felt like we only got to see a slice of this offense, and that was the rattled Desmond Ritter experience with very little run game. We had to stick with our running game in this one, and in the second half, it definitely paid off. With a lot of other teams, I haven't been as willing to run when it hasn't worked for a while, but that's this team's identity. I know we're not going to throw it 40 times and win very often, so the second half felt pretty rewarding. Now, in this game, we did lose guard Cesar Ruiz late, and that was a hip injury that's going to sideline him for a few games, and we have 2 options for replacing him. We have the better pass protector in Nick Saldiveri, who isn't the best run blocker, or we've been developing Jarius Bryant, a former undrafted free agent of ours who is a better run blocker. Maybe it's more important to play him for that run blocking upside. But this victory puts us at 5-4 on the year. We're in the mix again in the NFC South. And here are some scores from around the league this week. Big one here I want to talk about. Miami wins again. They moved to 5-4, defeating the Buccaneers, our next week's opponent. So the Dolphins starting to get their season back on track again. Then Carolina played the Rams, and they lost. Now, coming into this episode, the Falcons and Panthers were both really hot. Now, both of them lose while we win this week. And thank you, Jameis Winston, for that 3-touchdown performance. He's still helping out the Saints. The best teams in the league now are 7-2. There are 3 teams there and a couple other 2-loss teams that have had their bye. The Giants are the team at the very bottom with a 1-8 record. Here's a look at our stats with Trey Lance now up to 5 touchdowns, 5 interceptions, and no picks today. Alvin Kamara, 10 rushing touchdowns already. He's had a couple multi-touchdown games recently. And Chris Olave's up to 573 with 3 scores. We played as well as we did today, not getting him the ball all that often. Then we have James Houston up to 8.5 sacks, which is about what he had a year ago. But he's been even more efficient this year. He has the same sacks and TFLs while playing around 80% of the snaps that he did last year. I think we're going to want to try extending him sooner than later. And here are your league leaders. Brock Purdy, Patrick Mahomes, Joe Burrow, all over 20 touchdown passes. Ramon Cruz, Jason Tracy, 10-plus interceptions. Josh Jacobs is currently the NFL's leading rusher, Alvin Kamara in 3rd place. I wanted to see which rookies or second-year players have been the most productive, and there are a few getting some playing time. It's cool seeing running backs drafted here in the series taking on some roles, but no one's been all that successful. Deebo Samuel leads the NFL in receiving. Rookie Courtney Bryson drops down to 3rd place. And when we continue our action in the Saints franchise, we meet the Tampa Bay Buccaneers again. Jason Tracy has now lost twice against us, but also had a really good game in the second meeting last year. He's definitely played better than he did a year ago. And after we beat him back in week 1, we'll see which version of him shows up with the Buccaneers playing a pretty pivotal game in week 10. Thanks for watching, everybody. Hope you enjoyed today's video. Please leave a like if you did and subscribe to the channel. We're making good progress here in year 3 and can't wait to see where it goes from here. Have a great day.